Chris Cuomo is at the DNC. I don't know if you saw this clip or not.
I did.
While he's at the DNC, he all of a sudden starts pointing at, I'll just let you watch this and then we can react to it. Go for it, Rob.
Big theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging. And they're going to go after corporations, whether it's in taxes, largesse, loopholes. The RNC, we heard the same thing. They're going after the elites, the two sets of rules. Let me reveal a reality to you that has to be spoken to here, okay? These are the soldiers. These are the men and the women that go back to their constituencies and their communities, and they fight. They take time from their jobs. They take time from their families. Republicans and Democrats alike, that's what they do. They need to charge these people up. They need to be able to get them on board. But there's another reality that is literally looking down on them. Greg, look at the ring of sweets, okay? This is not unique to Democrats. There is a game of money. When people talk about uniparty, we are strangled by the money reality in our politics. Those suites start at 500 grand. You think there's like a teacher group up in there? You think it's like the Cub Scouts of Columbia County, South Carolina, that's up in those boxes? Some of them are lobbies and good things. The media boxes, you think they're free? Why do you think I'm on the floor? News Nation is not a broke company. Nexstar is a massive organization. We are corporate media. We don't have one of those boxes because that's the game. You pay to play. Those boxes are filled with the same people that they say they're going to regulate. They are literally looking down on the faithful and being told, yeah, we're going to break down on them. We're going to make them pay their share. They paid $500, $700, $1 million, $1.5 million to have those seats. They get hotel suites that are probably gifted to the party. And the same thing is true with the Republican side. And they're going to take them down. They're going to change how it is. They are looking down from on high at the people who make the difference in their communities. And that is the reality of politics. And I had my producer walk around and show you those
By the way,
suites.
you can pause it. I think the number he said was what? He said 2000 in 2000, he claimed that the amount of money that was spent on the presidential election was $300 million, just 24 years ago. They're expecting for it to raise $10 billion. That's 33x what it was 24 years ago. Rob, that's like an NVIDIA stock, right? The industry of politics is becoming so big, the amount of money being made. What do you think about what he's saying here?
Well, first of all, let me just say that price, as shocking as it is, still a bargain, right? The amount of money to be made by corrupting the system is astronomical. That's a bargain. It's very inexpensive.
$10 billion is a bargain.
Oh, of course. Are you kidding? We've got trillions of dollars at stake. So there's a reason they spend it. But here's what I think about what he said. I think what he said was perfect, and I worry about why he said it.
Tell me why.
That's the concern. So let's put it this way. This is not something that has just occurred to Chris Cuomo. Mm-hmm. This is something he has known. And he is choosing now to tell us what he knew. Okay. And I think this is actually emblematic of exactly how our press has functioned. In fact, Van Jones indicated this back after the debate when Biden had revealed himself to be mentally enfeebled. Mm-hmm. Van Jones on air at one point said something, I hope I'm getting this right, he said something like, we're all having one conversation out here on camera and a very different conversation offline. What's going on? And the point is, it's theater, and they're having a much more real conversation behind the scenes. So my sense is Chris Cuomo is deciding to let us in on something. Maybe that's because he's had a change of heart, or maybe it's because he realizes this is that moment. And the thing is, even the system itself, to the extent that it is that I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore moment, it wants to have their guy deliver the speech because it's way too dangerous to have anyone else do it. Now, am I saying I know Chris Cuomo is still their guy? I don't know. But if Chris Cuomo wants me to believe that that speech was not only correct in its content, but that its motivation was honorable, then I need to know what explains all of his past behavior when he was a part of that very same machine.
You think people can change?
Sure, of course. Of course people can change. It's not as easy as people might think it is, but yeah, people change all the time.
So you think if there's anybody that can expose that, that's qualified to do that is maybe the guy that used to be the face of CNN?
Sure, and I welcome them. But what I want them to understand is that you can't just start saying the same stuff that the rest of us have been saying and that we've been gaslit for pointing out, and then suddenly you're the guy.
I get what you're saying. Now, and that's what Dave Smith asked him when we had the debate between him and Dave Smith here, and it was around COVID. So what question, if Cuomo was sitting right here right now, what would you ask him?
I would say, look, we have been gaslit across many, many issues. You were part of the system doing that. If you are jumping ship on that power, on that structure, then you need to bring with you what you uniquely have. We've been on the outside fighting that thing, not knowing exactly why it does what it does. You were on the inside. Now tell us what you know that we don't know. What you're doing here, Chris, is you're saying things very well that we already know. Now tell us the stuff that we don't know and you do because you were on the inside.
So for those guys that are watching this, let me tell you, these USA hats, they don't stay on the shelf. Every time we launch these, they go in a heartbeat. And by the way, if you're happy about Bobby Kennedy coming out and talking about the endorsement and the support and the corruption on the DNC side, and you love America, you love USA, you may not be somebody that wants to wear some other stuff, but you want to wear a hat that says USA and future looks bright, go to the QR code or go to vtmerch.com, order the USA gear and sport it, especially between now and November 5th. These are exciting times. Again, united.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.